Something that, in a moment, when you look at this, think about what, do you think this is something you already do, and you just didn't know you had a fancy title, right? Or this actually might be a bit different than maybe just students having a conversation with each other where you're circulating and we have the other things, listening and observing students as we go. Do we need, and again, I didn't think about turning off the lights. I'll make you happy. Excuse me 1 second. I don't know if some of you know this site. You can register for free. As we go, we're going to be looking at this. Thank you. Let me give you a little bit of information from this teacher, just to give us some background. And then there are some, let me just move this up, there are some questions to kind of think about as we go. So again, how the teacher structures the homework review, because some of you talked about homework review, and maybe you do it this way, maybe you don't as well. And then think about what they're learning and how the teacher benefits. But let me give you, what I have here is her lesson plan that she has, and then a sample of students' work. Now, I'm not sure if this came from the website, but it's funny, I'm not sure if this is the problem they're actually talking about. When I was looking, I'm like, is this the problem? But I gave it to you anyway, so that you have some of the background knowledge.
Except we have those short days, the those periods, and it's more accomplished because there's less task. It's just a change. Yeah.
So some of the things you'll notice from at least this particular plan, obviously has many things that we think about that a lot of us hold in our heads and may not be writing lengthy plans. But on the second page, when we were talking about planned formative assessment, you'll notice that she has, for this particular lesson, 3 planned formative assessments built into her lesson. All right? And so she's already thought ahead. Here's my lesson, here's what I'm trying to do, here's what I'm thinking about. So she very purposely has done this. And you'll notice that she's separated out her formative from her summative assessment strategies as well. So she's really kind of thought about what kind of information do I need. And now, this.
Okay, so we're going to start this morning by taking a look at the homework assignment from last night, or at least part of it. And when you are giving advice, it's not, shallow advice, like nice handwriting, or I think you need a different answer. Give people advice that makes sure that the work is high quality, that you're giving the evidence of your understanding, and guide and help people to make that known on their work. Now look, if you didn't get to the homework problems, you had problem 5, 6, and 7 to do last night, or if that work was difficult for you, you get to go first. But here's what I want you to remember. You have 2 options. All you really need to do for your table group, and don't spend a lot of time on this, is just tell either what I didn't understand about the problem. So state that out loud for your table. What I didn't understand about this problem was, or you could tell the group, well, I didn't get the work done, but I would start the problem by doing, and then tell them what you would do. Don't spend a lot of time on that. What we really want to make sure people do is share their ideas. So the first thing I do in class every day consistently is an assessment of homework. My goal is to have students communicate their thinking and to encourage students how to talk to each other and how to listen well to each other.
And then that one would be 6 pounds overweight, and 3 pounds underweight, 6 pounds underweight, and then 3 pounds overweight. Is that why you make it? Yeah, but like these questions, that's how I know. How do the 5 barrels hold more or less than 500 pounds altogether? Well, first what I did is I took each barrel, like I put it as 100 pounds, and then whatever the barrel was, like the negative, my -2, and I did 100 minus 2 equals 98, and that would be my answer. And I did that with all the barrels, and I added them all up, and I got 498 pounds. I get it. Okay.
The idea is that students will read the question that was given to them, that they will share how they solved it, and in that process also share any problems they had or concerns, to share not only verbally but pass their papers to and from each other so they can see the written samples as well. And then to advise each other if they feel like they can on anything that needs improvement. Showing enough evidence, whether the answer was right or wrong, or why did you choose to do your work this way.
The weatherman predicts that the temperature will continue to change like this for the next 6 hours. The present reading is 0 degrees. Show your answers to the following questions using pictures, words, or numbers. What was the temperature reading 7 hours ago?
What I did for this problem is I multiplied 1.5 was the temperature change times 7, which was the hours, which I got 10.5, and that's how much the temperature would change in 7 hours.